And I mean, we all experience it. We always experience same sort of people walking past us at certain times of the day, right? But we would never ever maintain eye contact. We'd end up looking down, looking away, avoid eye contact, and we'll walk right past that.
No, Joe. Do you know what the most a Londoner will say? You're right, mate.
That's it.
Literally.
That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting, bro.
That too will
Right,
probably
mate.
happen after about a year or so.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
If it's someone you know, all you're doing is.
Oh, they're not up. They're not up or not down.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Sakib.
It's
You failed the test.
what
You failed the test, bro.
That was unexpected, bro.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Sakib.
It's your boy. It's your boy. Let's start one more time. Oh, I beg you to do it one more time. I beg you. I'm so sorry.
Get with the program, G. Let's go.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Sakib.
It's Hob.
Man said hob.
And it's your boy Sakib.
He's been saying me, bro.
Answer got left out, bro. Come.
Say my name anyways, man.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Sakib.
And it's Hobbs.
And your boy Ansar.
And you're tuning in to the After 5 Club. Hope you're having an amazing day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Boys, how we doing, G's?
I'm alright, lads. I'm exhausted, man. I was actually falling asleep halfway through today.
Bro, your chai got me energized today, bro. Can't lie.
Yeah, wicked chai.
Bro.
Energized.
Smashing it out, bro. Every time you guys drink it, it tastes better and better, right?
100%.
100%.
What's the secret recipe?
It's a secret recipe, bro.
You're not gonna tell us?
I can't tell you. It's low fat, though.
Low fat.
Yeah, low fat.
Low fat.
Yeah, low fat. But it can be better as well. But I just don't make all that effort for you guys right now. But yeah,
No, I got me though. So it's
Yeah?
good. It's good. It's decent.
Good
Very
stuff.
nice.
Good stuff. Thank you, lads.
How you been,
So-
guys? Hobbs, what you saying? Give me a
Same
quick
old.
update on your life.
Yeah, good. Alhamdulillah. Same old. You know.
The weather.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The weather. Yeah.
It's been good recently,
It's
innit?
been very hot, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been very hot. Like, bro, I have to turn on the AC, bro.
Oh, boys, you see what happened in Dubai?
Oh
yeah, man. That
Oh,
was proper
bro.
deep. That was proper deep.
Us, bro, you see the videos of like the police cars on like the boats?
The speed, like
Bro,
the jet ski
it's-
stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's very sad, man, because, bro, you don't understand yet. I literally just last week I put down like 3 mil on like a project.
Same, bro. I put 10 mil, bro.
10 mil.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's all gone to
No,
shit.
I,
man, you know
I
what I'm
split
saying?
mine up a little bit. I put 3 mil in Dubai and then about 7, 8 in Qatar.
I
and
put
then-
all splash all my 10 mil in Dubai,
it?
man. Yeah, it's all gone down the drain,
Fair
bro.
enough, man.
Unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Back to square one now.
What about you, Hobbs? Where did you put your thousands?
After 5 Club podcast.
Oh yeah.
It makes sense, makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
This was such a weird opening. Right? Now I don't know
Bro,
how.
it's a chai, bro. I'm telling you,
It's a chai, there's something
You
in
definitely
there.
put some special ingredient in there, bro.
But we're being weird today. And we don't know when it's gonna
Alright,
stop.
let's get back to like normal mode, innit? Come.
Back to normal, yeah. Back to
breathe,
normal.
Breathe.
Back to reality, yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost gravity.
Breathe it.
Can we do a bit of?
Anyways, guys.
Right. Let's crack on.
Right,
Skip.
skip.
I'm feeling back to normal.
Alright, cool. Skip.
Okay.
Let's tell us what's the topic today.
So, lads, I'm gonna get right into it, yeah. So today, I want us to talk a little bit about Midlands. So when I say Midlands, I'm not just talking about one city. I'm talking about the multiple sort of cities, how many that there are up there. I don't know if Manchester classifies as Midlands, but anyway,
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't. Okay, we'll include that as well. Midlands and Northerners, right? Versus Londoners.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not basically a competition who's better and who's worse, right? But it's just basically just trying to understand the difference. Okay. So I want all of us to go around in one by one and point out a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Icebreaker.
Icebreaker, right? Because I've got a few things in my head,
Yeah.
right? But I want us to go around a little bit. So should I start?
Yeah, you got stuff.
I start, yeah. Okay, so for me, I feel as though Londoners, the stereotype is that Londoners are very, very stuck up. Right? They're super, super stuck up. In fact, you know what? The fact is that it's not just a stereotype. I think they are very stuck up
100%.
compared to people from the Midlands, right? I feel as though, say for example, if you start a conversation with someone random in London, you'd be classified as a weirdo, bro.
It's true.
A full-on weirdo.
100%.
Like, as in, why is this person smiling at me? Why does this person say hello?
Hostile.
Say for example, right, on your way to work, right, every day you're walking through this road, and at the same time, someone else is walking right past you every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're trying to jump onto the tube. And I mean, we all experience it. We always experience same sort of people walking past us at certain times of the day, right? But we would never ever maintain eye contact. We'd end up looking down, looking away, avoid eye contact, and we'll walk right past that.
No,
person.
do you know what the most a Londoner will say? You're right, mate.
Bro,
That's it.
Literally.
That's how you're getting. That's how you're getting, bro.
That too will
Right,
probably
mate.
happen after about a year or so. 100%, bro.
If it's someone you know, all you're doing is,
Or the not up or not down.
and that too, the first time you ever do that, that's going to be with the most amount of hesitancy ever, thinking, you know what, I might get blanked. I might possibly get blanked. Right? So therefore, you know what, I don't know if I want to even make eye contact, because if I make eye contact long enough, then I might have to like raise my eyebrows. So therefore, you know what, actually, you know what, I don't think I want to. So in fact, I'll just look away instead.
Yeah.
I'll just look away, right? So whereas if you're in the Midlands, mate, even while you're looking away, someone's gonna come and bloody hug you.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? And that's gonna be classified completely normal.
Yeah.
And if you try being, if you're the sort of person who is gonna look away, mate, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird for them.
you don't belong here, G.
You don't belong
You don't
there.
belong
You
here.
don't belong there.
That's
But
actually true.
do you know what I mean? Like, mate, that's so for me.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I wanted to bring up, right? So
No, I completely agree, man.
That's
I
very
think there's that. That's the main. That's a humongous difference, right? But I think it's one of those ones you either love it or you don't, right? Now there's lots of people, and I noticed this because there's someone. I think there's this YouTube video that once I came across, or it might have been TikTok, I don't know, right? But someone from the Midlands, or someone from outside of London, I should say. Don't know if they were from the Midlands, but came into London and they were on the tube, and that tube was fully silent, mate. It's fully packed up, right? But you can't hear anyone's words. And there's this one person who just starts talking to the person next to him, and that person's just like fully ignoring, right? Or then he starts. I think he goes around trying to spud people, or like says high five or something like that, and busting jokes. Everyone's just ignoring him, thinking, you know what, this guy's the biggest weirdo whatsoever. And that's when I realized, you know what. Man's got a proper point. And then someone turned around and said, and the first person who actually gave him a high five and spudded him said, once they started talking, he goes, "You're not from London, are you?" And he goes, "Nah, I'm a visitor." So basically, it's spot on. Basically, you know, people from outside of London, it doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're from Midlands, whether you're from somewhere down south or whatever, whoever. A lot more friendlier.
But the thing is, I don't know, man. I think because I was speaking to one of my colleagues, and then imagine they got stuck on a tube one time, right? And the tube was just fully not functioning. And they just stopped, and they had to wait like 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Everyone in the tube knew that, all right, we're not leaving anywhere. As soon as that happened, everyone started talking to each other.
Huh?
Everyone started talking to each other.
Really?
Yeah, everyone was busting convo. Everyone was like, "Oh, where you from? What do you
way.
do?" It just goes to show, like, are people from London? We're just so busy in our life. We're just so stuck in our ways. We ain't got time to be chatting to anyone.
But can I just ask, how long was it stopped for?
It was about half an hour.
That's why.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why, yeah.
This one, people from
'Cause
London.
half-hour stoppage is far too long in London, isn't it?
I know. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, in London, people are just so busy.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to be chit-chatting.
Is that what you think the reason is as to why Londoners are like this compared to out of London?
But think about it. When you're on your journey, bro, you ain't got time to be stopping to do anything. You're on your...
No, it's
either
true.
going to work, come back from work, going to shopping, this, that. But
Yeah.
it just everything is very, very structured.
So,
yeah,
you
100%.
know, the people that are working in Midlands or outside of London, don't they have that same routine?
I don't know. I don't...
I think You know what? Even if they do, I think they're just a lot more relaxed.
They're more laid back. They're more like
laid back, chilled out. They're not really too bothered, mate. They don't have mortgages of like $2,000 a month to pay. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure they're struggling as
they
well.
Probably do, right? But they probably do have bills and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not saying that. But I think it's just your surrounding atmosphere, isn't it? Like
It's just literally your surrounding.
Yeah.
Literally your surrounding. Everyone else around you, everyone just so like the rat race, isn't it?
full on.
Literally.
So
Literally
I want to
rat
ask
race.
a question to both of you guys: is if you were to move to Midlands or outside of London, do you think you'll be able to fit in, or would you find it comfortable, knowing that you're used to this sort of lifestyle for a long period of time?
Can I go first?
Go on.
So there's two questions there. One is, would you be able to fit in? The second one is, would you find it comfortable? I think the first one, you can fit in. I think we can all fit in there, right? Now the second, and the reason for that is because the people of anywhere outside of London are a lot more friendlier, unless if they're racist, right? But right? But if, for example, you're asking a question about comfortability, that's where it's basically going into the unknown. Do you know what I mean? I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've gone to Manchester a couple of times, stayed over a couple of nights, but mate, I just can't get over the fact that basically come like 6 o'clock, you go out on the streets and all the shops are shut. That bothers me. That bothers me, man. Like, on a different, that bothers me.
That's when our shops open.
When I think to myself, you know what, there's no Tesco's, there's no like Sainsbury's, there's none of these sort of like grocery shops that are open past 6 o'clock, or I know people might correct me on the hours, right? But regardless, you guys shut far too early compared to London, right? Far too early. Mate, we've got 24-hour groceries. 24-hour groceries. We did have a lot more pre-COVID, right? But now it's just Asda, right? But anyway, we do have a lot more groceries around us. And
You still get hotspots in like places like Manchester and those kind of places, Birmingham, Wimbledon Road, bro.
Yeah, no. Those are hotspots. I'm talking about grocery shops.
Like generally, the area.
You think so? Do you think they don't have
There's
24
no
hours?
24 hours.
You sure?
I
100%.
think they might have it, but it's in the it's like the city centres.
Bro, you'll may just about find like a off license, right? But if you go to most of these places, majority of them, the only places that are going to be open are petrol pumps. That's it. No groceries.
Is it?
Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it, right?
Most likely.
I'm very, very sure.
Allegedly.
Mate, there's nothing open like mate, I'm in Manchester. I'm in central Manchester. So not central, but just outside the central. Right? So like there's zone 2 equivalent type thing. Right? And dude, you hardly see anyone walking about on the road. And this was on I think it was, what was it, a Friday night, Saturday night?
So
I was like, bro, this is some dead place, bro. And then went into central Manchester. And by the way, I'm talking like about 7-8 years ago, by the way, yeah? Right? So going to central Manchester, and finally you see a little bit of crowd, you see a bit of people drunk or whatever type thing, but that's about it. Like,
But that's how they live their life, though, innit? That's
Yeah.
how they like it.
but yeah, then of course you go to Winslow Road and mate, mad hype there. Mad hype to the point where I loved it, bro. I absolutely loved it. I was like, whoa, there's no place like it, bro. Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been with
You've
them.
been-
I haven't.
Hey, you don't know what you're missing out on, man. You really don't know what you're missing
It's
out
literally
on.
like Ilford Lane on steroids, man.
Yeah. It tops Ilford Lane. It tops Ilford Lane. But saying that, I think on Chandrat, it doesn't top Chandrat.
I haven't been.
I mean, we've never been in Chandrat either, right? But the reason why I say that is because you just can't even get into Ilford Lane on Chandrat.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? But whereas Windsor Road, I've seen the videos there versus videos of Chandrat, and there's a huge difference. Like Windsor Road seems a lot more settled.
Yeah.
More sort of like safer zone for family and all that sort of stuff. I think it's really, really nice. Where and it's a lot more organized, a lot more police in the centre, literally centre of Windsor Road. They park up their police cars, and there's a lot of people just walking past here. There, no one sort of
Family
revving their
friendly.
engines and all that sort of stuff. Well structured. Whereas Ilford Lane is
Hooligan.
all about
It's a
people
free-for-all,
going
bro.
mad and
It's literally a
acting
free-for-all,
like
bro.
donkeys and all that sort of stuff. And bro, did you see that? Did you see that video of Green Street? Green Street video, bro. The following day after, I think it was Chandrat. bro, it was disgusting. It was filth.
The amount of rubbish on the floor.
All the rubbish, all the
Yeah.
rubbish, bro. It's
Disgusting.
anyway. You know what, bro? I'm not gonna be one of those guys. I'm not gonna be one of those uncles who's gonna complain about that, right? Although I should.
But our
But
taxes. No, let's not talk. Let's not go there.
Bob, you're rude. You're rude for even going there, bro.
Yeah.
We pay taxes for that shit. Nah. but anyway, guys, as we said, sorry, no,
Do you feel
you
comfortable?
you asked
Yeah.
a very good question. So, would you feel comfortable? I think for me personally, maybe for up to a week, and then I think after that, I don't think I'll be able to stay there unless if I've reached retirement age. Sorry.
And you
Answer?
answer? What do you think? So the question was,
Do you feel comfortable?
can you move
No.
there?
Can,
Are you able
No.
to? No.
what was the question?
Are you able to adapt, moving?
And would you feel comfortable? No.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a question,
The
isn't it?
first one.
Do you feel like you can move to somewhere like that?
Would you fit in? Would you fit in?
Would you fit in? There you
Okay,
go.
So yeah. So what would you think, Ansar? The first question was, would you fit in if you moved to, somewhere outside of London, Midlands, wherever, and would you think you'll get comfortable, or do you think you can get comfortable and live a life like that?
Yeah, I agree with Sakib said, man. I think if anywhere, you can fit in anywhere, innit? Obviously, you just gotta live there for a little while, and then you just end up adapting to where you live. So I think fitting in isn't an issue, but I think being comfortable, I think it will take me up to about a month for me to live comfortably, because again, it's just moving from London, the hustle and bustle of London. It's hard to adapt in it. So moving somewhere a bit quieter. You do need a bit of entertainment around you. You need places like cinemas and high streets and stuff. Like you need those kind of places around you. Otherwise, it's just dead, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't think, for me personally, I think, because I've been up north, I love it, but I can't lie to you, man. I actually love it.
Dude,
I like
it,
the
so
atmosphere.
I can't lie.
But is that because it's a change from where we come from? I think that's
the
might
thing.
be in
I
it.
think, and this is why I said that. I think I like visiting there. I don't know if I'll be able to actually
That's it.
live there.
That's it.
Like, as in ongoing.
And I'm pretty sure people from up north or outside London will come to London and be like, oh, this is nice. This is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Like, they like it.
Then they may not want to.
They might not like it
that's
after.
the thing.
Do you know what? For me, I don't know if for me, because obviously I've never been to. Obviously, I drove past Midlands and everything, but I've never actually been and experienced the area.
So where have
the
you actually
people.
been when you've driven past?
It's just dry, like Sunderland.
Oh, you're gonna-
I've been
up
Sunderland.
north,
I stayed in Sunderland as well for a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was like, have you watched the film East is East?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like living in there.
Oh, wow.
That's how it's like, literally.
In
Everyone-
Sunderland?
Yeah. It's everyone knows each other. It's like the
Well,
Bengal-
this is.
yeah, it's like this.
Sunderland, where's is that like
Newcastle.
like Middlesbrough and all that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Middlesbrough, Newcastle, yeah.
Not far from Newcastle.
bro, that's-
Yeah. And
That's like traveling back into the 70s.
it is. It literally feels like that. Wallahi, bro. It feels like that.
Say Dan, bro. Have you seen
Oh, why are you doing them like that?
Nice shoe. Bro,
Bro, how was it? How was it? Bro, you just came back from time, man.
wallahi, felt like that. I know you're joking, bro. I know you're
the
being
future, G.
Bro, it literally is. It's shocking.
Yeah.
But, what I wanted to say was going back to the question.
Was it safe? Was it safe traveling back there?
What I want to say was, obviously, with my childhood, it's a bit different because
Mm.
growing up, I grew up in Tower Hamlets. The area I lived in, Bow, especially in our close knit, there was already a community there. All our neighbors, we were all Bengali. Like in our whole block, we only had a handful of non-Asians. Everyone else, we all went to the mosque together. So I'm just assuming, like the Midlands right now is like how my childhood, or is similar, not similar, but it's similar to how my childhood was. Because obviously Newham and everything is a little bit more different. But Tower Hamlets, like, it was very close knit. Everyone's news. If something happens, the whole area would know. And they'll like, you go to the mosque and you're getting looks, and everyone knows. And I feel like that's what our Londoners are living right now.
Yeah.
So obviously, as I grew up, I moved out of the area, and I think for me, it's about balance.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll back it
You
because
need a bit of both.
I spent a few summers in Bolton. I've mentioned this before. I've spent a few summers in Bolton. I think the way you grow up there, your childhood there is so nice, bro. Because everyone in the area jumps out. All the kids jump out. All the parents look after each other. The community, base is just so tight knit, and it's like there's nothing like how it is in London. I know how you mentioned in Timeless how you grew up is pretty much similar.
Yeah.
But with them, it's like the whole community, not just your street. The whole community is like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like people from literally 2-3 blocks away would know you. Everyone goes together. Everyone goes to the mosque together. Everyone goes to Jummah together. It's just it's very very tight knit. So I like that aspect of it. But then you can also, it does come with drawbacks. So like you said, Keep, like it might come with like, you know, someone might get into your business or something like that.
So say you're the rebel
Yeah,
in the
bro,
family.
can you just imagine? I mean, can you just imagine you're like bunking off school or something, right? And like,
And
you
literally
know,
the uncle
bruv,
from
bruv,
like
you
3
ain't-
blocks away, bro.
Bro,
It's
you
like,
don't just hide from your immediate
Yeah.
family, bro. You gotta hide from
the
everyone.
whole community.
Bro, there's no point in bunking, innit? Like, as in, there's literally no point in bunking. Or forget bunking, like that's old school, right? But I'm just saying, say for example, I don't know, like as in, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. Never mind. If you're doing something dodgy, innit? Like as in, you cannot get away with it. But yeah. Okay.
But
cool.
imagine living like that. Like anything you do.
But you know what? Saying that, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, when I grew up, so I obviously grew up in Newham, right? And in Newham, bro, I can't lie, man. Like, as in, there was always that fear, though, man. Like, my dad knew so many people, and pretty much like loads of people on my road knew me. Loads of my dad's friends on the next road, on the road before, and after, and all that sort of stuff. My mum also had a few friends there as well, and whatnot. So, bro, we were always mindful, man. We were always mindful. We need to be respectful. We're well looked after, as you said, close knit community. But for us, it was only up to road 1, road 2, road 3, up to maybe 4 or 5 roads. Just a local sort of like 2, 4 or 5 roads. But that's about it. But I think down there, as you said, it's probably more like even if you've got no reason to know someone, they'll find a reason to know you. Do you know what I mean? Or even if they say, oh, कौन है? Who's this guy? साडी community da nahi hoga. And निकालो पाई. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Okay, right. So, bro, I listed one. Yeah, I listed one. Let's go around a little bit. So,
What did you list? What was your thing?
bro, what did I say?
Londoners are
Stuck up, and then yeah. So obviously, I mean, we've touched on quite a few topics over here, right? But does anyone have any other sort of things that they feel that there's a big difference?
What about quality of life, man? I know we touched on it a little
You know
bit
what? That's a good topic.
because I'm thinking, and I really genuinely actually mean it. I think people from outside London have a better quality of life than people in London, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything
Bro,
is
sorry,
just-
bro. I had
everything
to
is-
take some time to process that.
Everything's just chilled out, bro. Do things at your own pace. Do things at your own time. With London, it's just like bish bash bosh, bro. It's just
This
everything
is
is just
it.
too busy, and everyone's just like stressing over things that, you know,
Bro,
it's just
Can you imagine, the time it takes you within one city, right? From East London trying to get to Heathrow. Bro, you got to plan that shit, man. You got to plan that shit on a different, like, as in, you're going to be thinking, okay, today, for me to drive to Heathrow, it's going to take me 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes. Dude, you can drive to Birmingham in that time. So, or like Coventry in that time, or, do you know what I mean? You can drive like to Peterborough in that time, but within the same city, you could, like, as in, it will take you 2 hours possibly. At times.
yeah.
So you can see the reason why we're so miserable, guys. We are miserable people, and that's mainly because we can't help it, because that's associated by without choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
London,
mean?
London is a bubble. I think we're living in a bubble. It's very unique.
Yeah. What? Do you know one thing?
London is a bubble.
That's all I said. You're meant to be like agreeing and be like, yeah, I agree. Like, that was
Yeah, so I was gonna say, do you know in London, right? In London, we're perceived of this idea that we're surrounded by money, we're surrounded by opportunities and stuff. Yeah, why is it that people up north still live a better life than we do?
Oh, bro, there's multiple reasons I can think of.
Because, bro, if you think about it, we're surrounded by like millionaires, billionaires, bro. Like, why is it that we, even after that, there's so many opportunities for us Londoners to live a good life, but yet we're still miserable. We're still like under the weather all the time? Why is it they live a better life than us? Why do you think that is?
I think community is one thing, especially like, say for example, you have a business or you want to do something. You tend to, again, it's not for maybe you don't in some areas, but generally when you have a community that support you, they allow everyone to flourish in the sense of
100%.
businesses. Like for example, in the local mosque, I remember when I was a child in back in Tower Hamlets, in the local mosque, they'll talk about other people's businesses, or like the we call it the Mas Bazaar, stuff like that, and it promotes other people's businesses and it helps, and it has that knock-on effect. I mean, London, like especially now where everyone is just thinking about themselves, about how they can just benefit, they're not people are not working together. That's one reason I just think, in my opinion.
Do you think it's the competition that's killing us in London?
Everyone wants to cheat each other. Like, it's a rat race in London. Whereas I feel like in the Midlands, it's like when someone sees someone doing good, they're not going to copy them, but the person that's doing good will want to help the other people as well and bring everyone up.
100%.
But
Agree with
again, there's good and bad in every area. You know, what do you guys think?
I agree, man. I think people in the Midlands up north, they have that sense of community, and they obviously want each other to help each other out, want each other to do good, want each other to be successful. So in London, you don't get that, man. London is just literally just too much. It's heavily competitive, and it's like, oh, my thing needs to be better than your thing. I'll be happy for your thing, but like I need to be better than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas other places outside London, it's more gonna be like, oh, what you're doing is good. Let me help you. You can help me, sort of thing. Everyone's just helping each other to get to where they want to be.
I don't think that's the case, man.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think down there's just not that much competition, and therefore when something new comes there, everyone's excited to try it. Everyone gets excited because it's something new to the area. London, bro, there's just too much competition with everything. So in terms of business, I'm just saying, for example, if you open up a restaurant, there's too many restaurants in London. It's heavily diluted already, right? Whereas up in the Midlands, people get excited, man. People get well excited because
No, but I don't think excitement. I think it's support, bruv. If you think about
there's no support, bro.
No, bro. But you think
Bro,
about
think
the what's that restaurant in Coventry? What's it called, man? Farmhouse. But when Farmhouse opened, yeah,
It's
everyone
a
in
very unique
Coventry.
model as well, bro.
Yeah, but it was still up and coming, bro.
Bro.
Everyone in Coventry was shouting, raving about, yeah, you know, this is kind of representing Coventry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
There's
I get
none of
I
that
get
in London.
because obviously they want to build a bit of hype as well at the same time. Because I think first of all, bro, Farmhouse also built quite a lot of attraction because it's a very unique
Establishment.
model, right? And then at
Is
the
it
same
really
time-
unique though? Because there's loads of places like that. It's not really unique.
Well, for that community, it was something new, right? So of course they're gonna hype it. They will hype it, and of course, you know, whatever trends, wherever there's a little bit of a hype, that basically becomes a little bit bigger and bigger, right? But I think apart from that, what I'm saying is, now, say for example, if there's 2 more of those restaurants open or something else, or like there's other additional competition down there, do you reckon there's going to be still that same support, same community, same?
I think so.
There may be for the first 2-3, but mate, when there's hundreds and then now there's 101, mate, there ain't gonna be no support. There will be battles, there will be competitions. People ain't gonna be supporting each other. Like it's normal. It's normal, man. Like
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. That's the reason why people up north are a bit more supportive of that, because there's scarce, like there's not much
maybe.
going on.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. Like, as in,
In London, there's too much competition. Like you
Yeah.
got literally on one road, there'll be like 5 different restaurants
Yeah,
competing against
yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, that's the
no opportunity for you to be supportive in London.
Yeah. But to be fair, bro, I've heard mixed stuff, man. Like basically, I know a few people who live up and around like Midlands and stuff like that. Now the thing is, even if it's like proper, like, bro, I don't know. Let's talk about Leicester for argument's sake, yeah?
Yeah.
Leicester. Bro, just in East London alone, well, mind you, Leicester's not that big, isn't it? Leicester's probably the size of Newham, I reckon. I don't know.
A little bit bigger.
Maybe a little bit bigger. Right. But the point is, yeah, that basically, the size, like is in the amount of restaurants and food places and all that sort of stuff that there are in Leicester, it's all like sort of very like spread out. I mean, their busiest high street is like our equivalent to our general sort of You know, that's their busiest. So basically, bro, what I'm saying is, yeah, if for example a business has been successful in London, it's very, very likely that it will probably be successful in other places because it's already established. It's worked in London. It's worked alongside its competitions, despite its competitions. So if it's worked despite its competitions, the chances are up in somewhere where, you know, there isn't that much competition. It you know, it's got to be really. There needs to be obvious reasons why it's not going to work. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Right. But I think talking about quality of life up in the Midlands versus London, I think apart from, you know, that community support and, you know, that sort of mindset, I would also say, I think generally, bro, you know, whenever I've gone up to any of the cities up there, bro, one thing I realize, no one's in a rush in the traffic. Like, as in, there's not, to mind you, there's not that much traffic. I keep coming back to that whole Heathrow example, right? And I'm not going to use it again.
No, there's quite a bit
right?
of traffic in Manchester as well.
There is, right? But what I'm trying to say is that basically that's only, for example, if you're trying to go to a specific spot. Like, for example, you're trying to get into central or, like, for example, a certain spot. Like
City centres and stuff.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that generally speaking, people are a lot more relaxed. There's no one's going to be rushing. No one's going to try to cut each other. Maybe boy races might, I don't know, right? But what I'm trying to say, in London, bro, I think the whole attitude is very different. Like, as in, bro, you don't have to be in central London to get traffic. You can even be way outside of London. You can be in the greater London or whatnot, and you still get tons and tons of traffic. So it just kind of shows how polluted we are as well, right? Like, as in, right? But I think apart from that, dude, you have to think about better quality of life. Thinking about quality of life, average income versus the average house price, you get a lot more value for money
100%,
up in the Midlands. Of
100%.
course, you still got surrounding lovely people all the way around you. You can still because obviously you've got that sort of job satisfaction, work-life balance, because you're not spending so much on a property and car insurances and, you know, cost of living generally. It's a lot more affordable apart from gas and electricity, obviously, of course.
Hit the nail on the head on that one,
Right?
bro. Yeah.
But I think because of the cost of living, people are able to sort of be a little bit stress-free.
Do you know what I think as well? Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think people know their lane up north. I think in London, people are like, obviously we're surrounded by like high rollers and stuff. A lot of us try and be what we're not.
Fake it till you make it. So it's too much in London.
People up north, they just know what their life is. This is our life. This is what we're comfortable with, and this is what we're gonna do. They're not trying to fake anything. It's just this is my life sort of thing, innit? And they're comfortable, content with that life.
That's it. That's exactly what I was just going to mention. I think contentment and being content, I think that's because, as you were saying as well, you know, like obviously their income compared to, you know, the property values and things like that, they're able to financially, they're in a better place there than here.
And it's also about exposure as well. They ain't exposed to like much in terms of, for example, if you go down to like Canary Wharf and stuff, yeah, you're like, oh damn, like this is a financial
business hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go down there, you're like, oh bro, I need to fix my life up. I need to do this and do that. Over there, there's no exposure to
Nothing.
anything.
There's just factories, bro.
No, but that's
There's
not a
just-
bad thing though. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I'm just joking.
Oh, take that back, bro.
Like, play
But contentment is the key, bro. Like,
There's just like lots of like smoke coming out of people's roofs, bro. Bro, there's lots of factories there, bro. But there's nothing there, bro.
It's
just cold, bro. Cold factories.
Shut up, bruv.
But it's cold factories, bro.
Man, Northerners, I got you, man.
Londoners. No, bro, I got you.
don't even say hi to you.
That's true, bro.
Yeah, but yeah,
But you're
I think it's a lot to do with exposure as well, man.
Yeah.
Think about if you go into places where like people are just splashing money, this, that. You're obviously you're gonna want them kind of things, isn't it? And over there, there's not much. There's not a lot of exposure like that, in it. So I feel like people are just, all right, yeah.
They're
I earn my
happy.
money.
Yeah.
This is my life. I have my family. I have my house. This, that, blah, blah. And this
But
is it.
bro, I genuinely feel as though people from the Midlands, they might even be better off.
Yeah.
I think they are.
I think
Financially better off.
Yeah, I think
The reason why I say that is because I'm talking about the average person.
Mm.
You know, I'm like an average person in London, for argument's sake. Yeah, let's just use a general example. I don't know. What's the average earning
30K?
in London?
About 30K, yeah.
What's that? About £2,000? 2 grand a month
Yeah.
after tax.
I don't even
yeah?
know.
Maybe
how
roughly,
much.
roughly about 2. Okay, let's just say 2 grand. Yeah. So if somebody's earning 2 grand in London, they're a single person, they're living by themselves, renting a studio or something like that. And a studio is going to be roughly about £1,100, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. And then on top of that, you've got to do your shopping, you've got to do your travel and all that stuff. And depending on what sort of flat it is or accommodation, you might have to do contribution to the house bills, gas, electricity, and all that sort of stuff, whether it's included, whether it's not, I don't know. Right? But by the end of it, the cost of living, dude, by the end of it, you've only like, if you're trying to save, we're trying to see the saving balance by the end of the month. It's probably only going to be about, I don't know, £100 or £200 or something like that.
Yeah.
It isn't really much. Whereas, for example, if you're living somewhere up in the Midlands, fine, your income's probably going to be slightly less. Slightly
But it's
less.
not that less. Like people think it's day and night
not,
difference.
it's
isn't
not
it?
humongously.
It's not
humongously less, right? But it might be a little bit less compared to London. So let's just say if it's not 12 and if it's not 2 grand, it might
1,500.
be, no, it's not that less, as we said, man. It's probably
17.
17, 18, right? So it's 17, 18. Your mortgage, your rent is going to be roughly like
At least half.
probably half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
Studio
probably
probably about 500. Even more, probably
like
less.
650,
Yeah.
600.
Bro, to be fair, man, you could even rent out like a whole like 1-bedroom house, depending on some areas where you're looking at. So depending on the city, depending on which part of the city and all that sort of stuff, you can still. Whereas in London, it doesn't matter which part, mate. You cannot get accommodation for less than £1 grand. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's, especially if you don't want shared bathrooms and shared kitchens, which isn't even which I'm pretty sure isn't really a common, like, as in scenario in like the Midlands, like as in that's probably not normal there, right? Like as in people just think, oh man, what am I gonna share?
I might be a nice guy. I ain't sharing a
No,
living
man.
soap with you, bro. Allow it, bro.
Allow that. So,
I might give you a hug and that, but I ain't sharing a soap, G.
I might jump into your bed middle of the night, but like, I'm not gonna share a soap with you.
You took that to a different direction, mate.
But they're very, very friendly, innit? But anyway, look, basically, what was I saying?
Yeah, Midlands, obviously, they're quite,
Yeah, so
the salary
so
difference,
basically,
yeah.
bro, obviously there's that, your car insurance and all that sort of stuff. When you work out the average savings, it's probably still going to be a little bit more, like, because then it's probably not going to be 200, it's probably going to be more like 400 or something like that. That's more savings, right? But what I'm trying to say is if you don't save that money and you spend on yourself, clothes, whatever, this, that, entertainment, holidays, you can do a lot more for yourself.
But you know,
enjoy your money a little bit
But
more.
you know, obviously now we're moving more towards like this remote working type
Yes,
situation.
yes.
So do you think it's actually worth living in London now? Is it actually worth it? Because obviously they say, London is the dream, right? It's like New York, the American dream type thing, innit? Is London actually worth moving to now?
Okay, bro. If I have to be completely honest, yeah, I think London is a dream for people outside, like as in people who are living in like poorer countries. I'm not just talking about India, Pakistan. I'm talking about poorer communities in even within Europe, right? So yes, look, of course, 100%. London is a very, very like desirable place for many people, right? But what I would say is that unless if, like, for example, you've got a business running in London, right? I don't think there's any necessary there's a proper need to actually I don't think there would actually be a proper need to actually live or continue to struggle and live in London. Like, as in, it just genuinely doesn't really make sense. There needs to, you should be able to really have a justifiable reason. As you said, everyone's very, very virtual. There's a lot of businesses that are, that are saving costs. That with their rental of, like, for example, office space and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people are starting to work from home and commute to London maybe once or twice a month or something like that. Like, do you know what I mean? So, if anything, most meetings can be held at home.
Exactly.
So, do you really need to be? But, dude, have you heard? I'm not sure what the latest is, right? But this was several months back. I'm pretty sure, was it Oxford and there was Canterbury? they were part of this pilot where basically they
4
were
days?
going to do,
4-day week.
no.
Okay.
So where they,
That's a different one. Do you know
where
what I'm talking about,
basically they were going to work within districts. So basically, you're part of this district, and you can only leave and exit that district a certain number of times in a year. For example, now if London was to become a district, not London itself, but each borough was to become a district. The aim is within your district, you will have your work. So you're living in your district. Your work is going to be in your district. Your schools, your grocery shops, your clothes shops, your general retail shops. Everything is going to be within your districts, which basically means there's no reason for you to leave your district.
Swear.
Yes.
What kind of Hunger Games shit is this, bro?
This is what I'm trying to say, bro.
What are they trying to do, bro?
It was a full-on pilot, which they wanted to do in Oxford, and I believe quite a lot of the residents picked up a massive fuss about it, and I think they were trying to set up cameras, and people actually.
What? So it was a
took them down.
compulsory thing.
Yes, yeah. Where they wanted to pilot it, and I think basically there was they were trying to put restrictions on how many times you can leave that district to travel to another district. You can go, right? But I think there's certain restrictions.
There's a
For
cut-off,
example, rather than being able to leave 365 times a year, like every day, you can only go like 100 times or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on the exact thing, but you can Google it. There's a lot more detail in it. I'm not sure what the outcome was because it's just become totally silent with all the other affairs that are going on in the world. Right? But I know that Canterbury was also part of it. And basically, bro, that's exactly what I was thinking of, Hunger Games. But can you imagine, how are you supposed to progress to the next district?
What was the purpose of this? Was it like to constrict them or to make them more
Bro,
focused
there's
or
always
what?
a hidden agenda, but you never actually know what the true agenda is, isn't it?
So do you reckon it was more like a new world order type thing or some
Yeah.
shit? Is it? You reckon?
Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, bro.
Trying to control us, G.
Look, everyone can make a judgment of their own. They can probably look into it and make your own judgment. But it wasn't very successful, obviously. But don't forget, mate, this is also going to happen in, what is it? This is also going to happen in Saudi as well. You know, with what is that? Was that building called? The Line?
Yeah.
Or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I don't know. It looks like a massive train. Right? But basically, it's going to happen in there as well, where basically there's going to be sections, right? And bro, the whole world is going into that sort of direction, where basically they are going. We're heading towards a sort of you live within your sort of standard. So, for example, I'm just saying, if you're living in a poor borough, you're only gonna be able to work within that poor borough. You'd only be able to go to health services in that poor borough. You're not gonna be entitled to be able to go to health services in a richer borough. Your children will be going to schools in that poorer borough, which basically means there's always gonna be that limitation. Do you know what I mean in terms of progression? Bro, it's actually sad.
It's
if
crazy.
You think about
It is.
But who is putting these things in place? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as in,
Bro, not to bring any conspiracy up, bro, we kind of tested it in 2020, didn't we? During lockdown and all that sort of stuff. So, again, that might have been a big test to see if like people can...
It's just the end of
restrict
times
people.
on near, man.
and
No,
this
they-
is it, 100%, bro.
Oh, by the way, side note, what do you think of the Neuralink? Do you know what Neuralink is? The chip, Elon Musk's chip.
Oh, yes.
What do you think of that?
that?
Do you know what that is, Hobbs?
Is it one where you all your data and information is in the chip? Like if you wanna access something, you can do it all within.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, I've read a little bit about it. I'm not too sure, but it's scary, bro. Like this stuff is coming closer and closer, and you never know.
But the thing is, yeah, I personally think everything is transparent anyway nowadays. Everything, yeah. What your phone knows about you, bro. If for example the secret authorities, whatever they are, the agents, secret agents, whatever, I'm not going to name anything, but basically, if they wanted to know anything about you, they'll find out everything about you anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's absolutely fine. So basically, mate, there's nothing to hide. Because otherwise, the fact is, there's so many worders out there, everyone will be getting arrested. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Right. So my simple point is, right, that if they wanted to know something about you, they can find everything anyway. Have a chip in your head. or your arm or whatever.
No, but isn't that complete control though?
How's
If
that
they got a chip
control?
in your head, they that's leading to them controlling your mind now.
No,
Isn't
it's
it?
not.
It is.
How?
Because it's a chip in your brain.
No, it's not, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's a chip in the brain, but what's that chip gonna do? It can't, bro. There's no such. There's no hard wiring or anything like that. Is
No,
there?
but think about it, yeah. In the current world, they can control everything apart from your mind.
Mm.
As soon as you put a chip in your mind, that's it. They have complete control of you.
No, they don't,
They do.
bro.
What you think about.
What are they
What?
is that chip gonna stimulate certain things in your head that basically is
Rather than
gonna
a
say
chip
to
in your
you-
brain, it can literally just emit anything it wants to in your brain, whatever it wants. That's
No,
the whole
it
point.
can't, man.
It can.
No, it can't,
Trust me.
bro. It's a chip.
So
What can a chip?
why is there need for a chip for you to go for it to go in your brain?
Bro, if a chip can do that, yeah, right, it would also cure multiple conditions as well, right? So, like for example, somebody's got dementia, right? Somebody's got memory loss. It's all right. We can fix that. We can put a chip in their brain.
No, but that's the whole point of Neuralink.
No, it's not,
It
man.
is, it is.
It's not.
Neuralink. I think I saw a video of someone with, I think there was some sort of mental illness or something. This chip helped them to sort of aid them for them to get themselves better. Basically, I don't know. I can't.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. It was something like that. I don't know the specifics, but
I don't know, man. Bro, if I have to be honest, I don't know too much about it, but it sounds interesting. I'd want to know more about
Yeah.
it. Would I have it done? Probably not. But would
imagine if it's a thing where everyone has to get it done. Everyone has to have a chip in the brain.
it wouldn't
I think
happen.
it'll be world
It
order.
might be. It might come to a point where like.
I think before it gets to that, people will have to sort of naturally start becoming more accepting to things. And you're right, COVID has made people a lot more accepting. Like, as in, it was testing. It was a test to some extent. It was basically seeing to see if people can be controlled, and it worked. People weren't leaving their houses. People weren't doing certain things. It was a full-on control.
Do you remember that time when they were tested our phones? There was a
Oh,
alert on our phones.
Yes. There was
Remember
that alert, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it on April? It was like, yeah. They tested about emergencies and stuff like that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, you got random notification or something. And, yeah, I remember.
It was a test. They said that it was a test.
Never happened before. First time that ever happened.
It's crazy,
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's a bit deep, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got into this from talking
Yeah,
about
I know, bro.
Midlands and stuff. But do you know what I was going to say as well? I was going to say, you know how, for example, we were just talking about how Midlands and outside of London is a lot more affordable compared to their salary and things like this. What's your view on, okay, now, because I know it's already happening and it's only going to get worse. You said you can have a better quality of life in the Midlands, but what we're seeing is a lot of stuff that happened in London is now being shifted to these kind of areas, and they're becoming like mini Londons, and everything is becoming more expensive there as well now. So people from London are literally going and doing like whether that's buying properties, doing them up, increasing the value of the properties. Lots of people are saying go buy places in Midlands and all of these kind of places. But while they're doing that, everything is now getting more and more expensive because the values of these areas are going up now.
So bro, yeah, I hear you. And you know what? I just remember myself growing up here, and I just used to think, you know what? An average house in London at the time, I don't know, whatever it was, 200,000 or whatever. And you just think to yourself, you can sell that and you can buy yourself 5 houses up in Leeds, or 3 houses up in Leeds or something like that. Now that's not the case.
You
anymore.
can't,
You
yeah.
can probably buy 2, if that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like for like houses, right? I do feel that other cities are catching up, right? In terms of the house prices, I don't think they'll ever top London. Impossible.
No, I never.
It's impossible. They'll never ever be able to get. Yeah, and the problem is, if they start getting near it, there'll be no reason for people to live there. Into all those places, into industrial estates, basically, right? So basically, you can't what I'm trying to say is that basically London demand will always be there. The thing is, the demand of these places would also go down when there's not a significant difference. Like for example, recently, there's been a bit of a crash, right, in the economy. There's been not a bit, right, but there's been a crash in the housing market. London, I'd say, was least impacted.
Yeah.
Whereas all these other places, just the way they rose a lot more quicker, they also dropped a lot quicker as well. So whenever there's going to be a crust, it will impact all those places a lot more as well. Because look, bro, you have to remember, yeah, most people are only going up there because, I don't know. Let's use today's market for example. East London, 3-bedroom house on average 500,000, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, on average. I'm just saying East London, zone 3, zone 4, right? 5,500,000. 550,000. Sorry, right? Up in, say, for example, I don't know. I'm not going to use Birmingham. Let's use another city. Let's use. Name me one, man.
Bristol.
Is that in Midlands?
No.
Why are you saying Bristol?
Derby,
Derby?
yeah.
Let's use
Dewsbury.
Derby. Dewsbury. I don't know where that is, but okay, right. Dewsbury.
I don't know where that is myself.
Sheffield.
Bro, let's just use Bradford. Let's use Bradford, yeah? Bro, Bradford, sorry, bro, that's like proper, that's the other extreme, isn't it, right? But anyway, look, in Bradford, right, you can buy yourself probably like a whole street, no, I'm only joking, right? But you can definitely buy yourself like the same house for probably significantly cheaper. And what I'm trying to say is for 550,000.
Get it right, bro. Bloody hell, G.
550,000.
We need to do a quiz right now, maths quiz. Let's
For
go.
550,000, I'm sure you can buy yourself about 3 houses in Bradford still, even now.
Yeah.
Right? 3 full-on houses, if not probably even more. Right? Possibly.
Depends on the area.
Right?
Like, as you
But my
know,
point is, right, for that same amount of money, you can basically buy yourself a mansion. You can buy yourself a way bigger house up in the Midlands or anywhere. An average house in London buys you a rich house in those cities, right? So what I'm trying to say is the quality of life is definitely better when you're looking at the environment, what you're living in, the house, the standard of living you're living in. Because don't forget, in London, you're one of the more sort of average Joe, whereas when you're living down there with London assets, you're probably a little bit more like the above average Joe. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're probably more one of the slighter elites.
G.I. Joe, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
But then,
Solid.
but my point.
Bro, we're elites, bro. We're elites there.
But what I'm trying
I'm
to
joking. Are you playing it down to it, bro? Come on, dude.
no, let's humble ourselves, you know.
No, I'm only joking. Come on.
Alhamdulillah.
Cut that out, bro.
But you know what I want to say? I want to say you're so right in what you're saying, but I'm thinking, let's say, for example, in 30 years' time from now, people from... Because one thing we have to bear in mind is, right, every day, each day that keeps going now, our London, this country is getting more and more populated. You know, population is always going to be on a rise. It's never going to decrease. It's impossible. So what I'm trying to say is, as the population is increasing, more people from London are moving out. Like you were saying, you know, the people from London currently that are the average Joes, you know, not in the most respectful way, they're moving out, going and still having that mindset of London, but they're moving now to Bradford. So they've purchased a property. Now imagine there's multiple people doing the same thing. Those 100k houses in Bradford, as an example, is no longer going to be 100k because now supply and demand, and the area is going to be filled with ex-Londoners. So now I just feel like it's going to come to a point where everything will be overvalued. London won't be seen as just London anymore. It's just going to be increased in a bigger, like the radius is going to increase. My point, what I'm trying to say is, say for example, someone who didn't get that opportunity to buy a house now, and say in 20 years' time, they're still living in Bradford, they've still got their humble job, but everything now has gone up.
Then they'll probably have to move to like Liverpool or something, isn't it?
Yeah, have to
Or they'll probably have to go to where's the place where you went? Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Right, they'll probably have to go down there or something, right? So basically, bro, this is
So
where,
is it
this
what-
is
is
where
that
those
what-
people will those areas will probably go a little bit more in demand as well. I think, bro, the fact is, bro, go back to like the 80s, you know, bro, you could buy yourself like a full-on nice decent house in London for like, I don't
less
know,
than 100, like 50k.
way less,
20,
bro.
30K.
Early 80s, bro. You can probably buy yourself like a full-on decent house for like 25, 30,000, right?
But that 25,000-30,000 is not what 25,000-30,000 is in this day and
This
age.
is what I'm trying to say.
It's
But people still buy. People still buy. And the people who can't buy, they're moving out. What I'm trying to say is, just the same way, there's people that are going to Bradford or, you know, Manchester, Oldham, and, you know, all these places, right? At the moment, that's what their pockets can allow, right? And that's what they're doing. They have to obviously make their life a little bit more comfortable, bro. No doubt, like, as in, and bro, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, as in, you know, it's absolutely fine, and you have to do what's best for you, right? But the fact is, just like that, London prices will also be going up, just in the same way. For example, an average £500,000 house over here may end up becoming, I don't know, on average, maybe 900,000 in the next 10, 15 years. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's going to become pretty much unaffordable.
So, is it just better that, does it make sense then the further you move out, the more content you'll be in your life? Like, you should already plan to move as far out because everything is slightly more affordable so that you can have a better quality of life.
Bro, basically, if you move out now,
Yeah.
what I would suggest is buy as many properties as you can in like cheaper areas because they're all going to go up. They will all end up going up. The demand will end up going up. Although saying that, I think a lot of people are also trying to leave UK as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
As a whole, yeah.
As a whole, generally speaking, but there's going to be a lot of people who want to leave, but they're not gonna, and they won't be able to. The overall population is always going to still increase, as you said. It's a dying, it's an aged population, right? Basically, the younger population are all trying to get out. The older people, because they got pensions, they're stuck in this country, and they're not going to leave, and they want NHS resources and all that sort of stuff. So of course they're not going to want to leave, which is absolutely fine. And that's their pretty much entitlement as well. But at the same time, the younger generation, do they want to commit to like a pension? Do they really want to be able to stay over here? I don't know, man. And I think we're kind of drifting away from the main peak. Right?
We are.
No, but I think the bottom line, I think
Yeah.
for me is like, I think the attraction of living in London is just slowly fading out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already faded out.
Yeah.
Like, it's so overrated, but
It
that's
is
because we've lived here, we've been brought and like born here.
No, but you think about a lot of
bred
people
here.
that come in London, they come to London and like,
They get sold a dream.
Yeah,
You
what's
know,
this life? But they end up going back to where they come
Yeah.
from.
100%. Bro, if I had to be honest, back in the 60s, say for example, if you was a person who moved back in the 60s,
Then
would you, if you was that person back in the 60s, actually came down, 60s, early 70s or something like that, you came down, would you have stayed in London or would you have moved somewhere else?
I would say London. I think because the gap between what you're working for, because back then it was more of an industrial state, wasn't it? So it's more like a right, I'm here to work kind of thing. Everyone else is here to work. But now I think more people coming from abroad now are thinking, you know, there's actually no benefit for me being here whatsoever. Back then at least it was okay, cool, I'm working this stuff, but I'm working towards something. Opportunities,
There were
exactly.
multiple opportunities.
Yeah.
What about you?
back then, you're right, but I was just saying back then, people didn't come by choice. Again, a lot of people, they didn't come by choice because what happened was when the war happened and all of these things, the UK needed to get immigrants to do factory work and all of that stuff. So at that time, people didn't come thinking, "Oh, we're coming to London to make it." It was because, well, they did.
Well, they did.
They
That's
did.
what I'm thinking.
But-
As in, they were. But you're right.
But it was to do with
they
the
were brought
needs
in as
of-
labourers.
as labourers,
right?
that's
They were
it.
brought in as
Yeah.
labourers. A lot of them were, right? But at the same time, even though they were labourers, they were still. It would have benefited the poor.
Yeah, it did.
You know, people who wanted a better life compared to what they had. And it was just an excuse to get out, isn't it? Really. And look at Dubai. It's the same thing, bro. Like, as in, you know, all these Arabs, they don't need. They've only just brought in laborers, pretty much, from Pakistan, India, and now even the West are trying to go to the Arab world because as laborers. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone wants to go to the Arab world because money talks, isn't it? Money talks.
Money definitely talks, man. Right, boys. Informative one. Can't lie. Yeah, man. So,
It was a reasonable chat, isn't it?
Little
It's
chit
not
chat.
something like
Londoners
what
till we
normally
die
talk
or
about.
no? Londoners
No,
till we die
bro.
or no?
Kill me now if I'm still in London. Kill me now, bro.
Bro, I don't know, man. I'm not a true Londoner. Man.
I'm not either,
If I have
Me
to be
too.
honest, look, bro, I'm in London. While I've got
force.
family over here. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, I've got no other reason to be in London. If it was up to me, I'd leave.
Yeah.
I don't really fancy staying in London. I do appreciate people who want to stay in London. I do appreciate people who love London, the vibe in London. I know people say, oh, you're not living in central London, so therefore what's there to love about East London? East London's got its own vibe as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's just East London. I'm sure all parts of London have got its own vibes. Just like people who like, look, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Wherever you grow up, that's what you become accustomed to, right? So on that bombshell.
Yeah, man. Quick answer though. If you could live anywhere apart from London in the world, where would you go?
Sunderland. Bro, it's literally like you're living in East is East. Like, it's even the houses, they're all shaped in the same way. It proper feel like you're back in the olden days. Like, it's true. Even though you're taking the piss, but it was true. Like, trust me, it's a different feeling. But it's
Sunderland, yeah. Alright,
Sunderland.
say no. So, okay, what were you?
Where do I want to live? Bro, I think... Bro, I don't know, man.
This is a quick one. First.
Not a quick
It's
answer,
quick.
Bro, it's not a quick
Quickly.
answer, bro. You're making it
Jali.
difficult, man.
Andale.
Bro,
Yalla.
Bro, the fact is I don't know any better. Right? But anyway, look, bro, if I had to pick an alternative to London, I would probably think, you know what? Probably Dubai or I'm going to add it sorry, bro. There's no, as I said, bro, no quick answer. Or Pakistan, man.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know much about Pakistan. I don't know, right? But I do feel if you're wealthy enough, you can live a good life there. That's what I feel.
100%.
So personally, if I have consistent passive income, then I would
Go back home.
I would think about. No, I don't know if I'd actually go there, but I know I'd probably want to stay there. I'd want to trial it. I'd want to see. You know what? Could I have a regular life over there? Could I have a good regular life there, without getting a bullet through my head or something like that? I don't know. I'd probably try it. I don't know.
What about you, Ansar?
Qatar. Up and coming. Next Dubai.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Why are you letting out the secrets, bro?
Oh, sorry. That's supposed to be quiet, innit?
Yeah. You're not supposed to let it out, bro. Like, bro, now everyone's gonna get there before you do, and then
alright,
by the time you go there, bro,
value's
the
gonna
cost
go
of
up.
living is gonna go super high, bro.
True.
So you're not supposed
everything's gonna go up.
So you're not supposed to tell everyone that Qatar is
Up
the
and
next
coming.
Dubai.
Just say Sunderland.
It's a little secret, like we're all moving there, innit, man.
No,
Let's tell them.
it's Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Sunderland's the new Dubai,
Yeah.
bro. Sunderland's the new Dubai.
Everyone goes Sunderland.
Everyone goes Sunderland.
Alright, boys, come
Lads.
let's wrap it there, man.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Take care.